live? Are we here? Are we live? Are we live? Are we here? Are we live? No, you're very loud. Are we live? You're extremely loud. Yes, I'm for real. I'm not joking. You're very loud. You're blowing out my headphones. Are we live? Are we live?
You are crazy for saying that we're loud.
I'm telling you, I'm looking at your volume level, and you are very loud. And I don't even have you up all the way. I have
Oh, you know what? This mic's not even plugged in. It's using my wireless headset. It has to be the loudest thing on planet Earth.
You sound like a big fat turd. Hello, are we live? Are we live? Is this live?
Oh my gosh.
Is this live? Is this
live?
Is this live?
Goodness. Oh my lord. Oh my
Is this live? Are we live yet?
Oh my gosh.
Are we live yet? Are we live yet? Is this live? Are we live yet?
I don't even need this thing.
Hello?
Get this the heck out of here. Get it out of here.
Are we live?
Get this the heck out of here.
Are we live yet? Hello, are we live yet? Hello, are we live yet? Hello, are we live? Are we live yet? Hello, are we live yet? Are we live yet? Hello, are we live yet? Are we live yet? Are we live yet?
Now how do I sound? Do I sound even better? Do I sound more beautiful? Do I sound cool?
You sound great. You sound fantastic.
Cool.
Are we live?
We are live, yes.
Have we been live?
For a little bit, yes.
Have we been live? Are we live? Have we been live?
Just
Have
for
we been live?
Bit,
Are we
just
live?
for a while.
Are we live though?
Just for a minute.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm gonna head out.
All right. Well, it's been a great stream. Oh, there he goes. Welcome everyone to the return, the grand return of Hangouts.
Hello.
As you can see, we are still doing technical difficulties. I think that's a staple.
That is a segment of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still doing that.
That's still here, but also here is my friend Pierce.
Hello! Look how bright and white I am. I look beautiful.
You do.
Are we live yet?
We are live.
In 3, 2, 1.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that shouldn't be.
Are we
able
live?
To do this. Oh my gosh.
I think we just went live. Camera 1, rolling. Camera 2, live.
Crazy.
Camera 3, live. Camera 4, rolling. What is your problem with your technical? I do not understand how many technical difficulties you have. This is the worst it's been.
But here's the thing, like, we took all those months off and it got worse. OBS did an update, my streaming platform thing, and everything is out of whack. Like, everything.
So are we actually even live?
We are live. We're doing perfect. It's just this, everything kind of looks kind of jacked a little bit, so.
Yeah, you look pretty bad. I mean, your resolution's really low on my end.
Wait, I might have fixed it. I think I can fix this.
I'm just saying, I mean, if we're not live,
My
someone needs to
resolution
tell
is
me.
low? Is that what you just said to me?
Yeah, on what I'm seeing on Discord, yeah.
You're freaking nuts if you think.
You look like a blurry ass pixelated turd.
Well, here's the thing.
You looks like the digital turd I took this morning in Second Life.
Here's the thing.
Trying to think of something funny to say to follow that up.
No, it should be.
Are we live yet?
I look beautiful on my end.
I mean, you look better now, but you still are very, you know. I mean, don't worry about it. Who cares? No one's here to see you. They're here to see me and the games, but mostly me.
I need to chill out. Hold on, I need to update one more thing on freaking YouTube. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious, guys.
Are we live?
Have you played Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, the first one. I've watched people play the second one at 500 friends' houses, and I would constantly just ask them, kind of similar now, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Are we live?
Are we live? Is this game even on? Are we live? Why is there a skateboarding segment of the second one, or is it the third one?
That's the second one.
That's the only part of the second one I've played.
The 2000s were so crazy with skateboarding, which I was hyper into, but every game, I think Metal Gear Solid 2 came out with I've always wanted to play it, but that had a mini game on it. I think that was only on like the Xbox version.
Is it an HD collection?
No, it was not on there.
No?
Because I've been dying to play that, but
I died to play it. I'm
dead.
It.
You know what I've been?
I'm not even alive.
I've been quoting all week. There was a girl on TikTok, and she messed up the saying. I've never heard the saying messed up. Hey, that's gonna. You're in good hands with us. And she.
That's not a thing.
The way she said it was. Or no, she was trying to say this will come in handy. And instead of saying that, she messed those two sayings up, and she went, "This will come in good hands." So I keep saying that.
That's funny.
When I find something helpful, I'm like, this will come in good hands.
This will come in good hands.
So, welcome to Hangouts. We are back. As you can see, we are doing better than ever. With all that time off, we are.
And we're live and rolling.
We are live.
And rolling.
And doing great.
We're live.
And we're doing awesome. We're doing a hangout, aka a long play, aka a cool stream with the boys. And
live from the internet. Oh, look at that.
I'm rocking the shirt.
Looks bad on my end. Looks very
in middle school, let's start talking Kingdom Hearts, because you might have heard of that game.
Yeah, Kingdom Farts.
Don't ever say that again to me.
Kingdom Turd.
Where the frick is this shit? Oh my gosh. Okay, we're good.
I don't understand. Are we live or not?
Kingdom Hearts shirt story. In middle school, I had the. Are you taking pictures of the screen?
Yeah. I'm bored. You're boring me. I'm doing something else now.
But I had a Kingdom Hearts shirt with the Jack-o'-lantern or Halloween Town Sora. And this shirt, if I still had it, would be even cooler than it was. But I remember I had a friend. Let's just say it was a friend I was trying to date.
Oh.
In middle school.
Oh, does your wife know about this?
She might not know this Kingdom Hearts story, and she did not like my shirt, and she told me that. And I just remember the whole day going, how can you not like this shirt? And I was just shocked how she could not like Sora decked out in Halloween Town.
I mean, because it makes you look like an idiot, a little boy instead of a grown man.
And in middle school, I only wore video game themed clothes. That's all I wore.
Wow, I'm sure this girl really wanted to go out with you,
And it
huh?
wasn't until high school that I went, like, it all started making sense why I wasn't getting girls. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but that's not. I don't want to criticize. Like, that's not a bad thing.
But I was.
It's just different,
and I wasn't able to.
Yeah, I get it. It's kind of like now. I mean.
Yeah, I get the equal amount of girls now.
Yeah. And no one. The thing is, when you're older, no one disses you for it or anything. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But when you're younger, oh baby.
When you were young.
It's kind of like when you're young, you watch The Simpsons and are like, oh, I wish I could get girls like Homer. When you're old, you watch The Simpsons and you're like, now I'm like Mo.
Yeah. So, let's begin, shall we?
Actually playing something?
We've had like 15 minutes of vamping, getting ready for this. But this is the reason I want to stream this is I did see earlier this year, people were talking that this is going to be 20th anniversary. This month is the 20th anniversary of Kingdom Hearts.
20 years of being a bad game.
Don't ever say that again.
I actually don't like Kingdom Hearts. I'm not even joking.
What's wrong with Kingdom Hearts?
Bad game. No offense.
But what if I said you were freaking wrong?
Take it up with God, you woke moralist.
I've been quoting that so much.
Trash.
You woke moralist. Oh my gosh, this will not...
What is the problem? I don't understand. What is the issue? That describe
when
the
you
issue.
resize stuff and like it stays in the same ratio, like if it's a rectangle, it'll say rectangle.
No, I actually don't know. You resize stuff and it says rectangle. I don't know
it'll stay.
I actually don't know.
It'll stay the same ratio, like length to width.
Yeah,
but on this, it's when I move something up, it's changing the verticality and like how long it is, and it's not. It's stretching everything out. It's
really
crazy.
Cool. Oh man, this is the best video game stream. It's like
I'm
20
really
minutes.
Kingdom Hearts. I just cannot even get it right either. What? Oh my gosh! Like I've tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it freaking doesn't matter on this.
Yeah, rest in peace, that guy. Remember him?
I do. Edit
He
transform?
died.
Maybe this? Oh my gosh, this is why I want it lock.
I miss Travis. I want to hear Travis shit on you for this again. Why isn't he here?
Maximum size. Oh my, no, not do that. I might have fixed it. Let's see. No,
Put my trust
in you. Oh, I think I. Okay, I did.
as far as I could go.
Okay, we are beautiful now. Alright, back to the game. When was the first time you played Kingdom Hearts?
So I played the Game Boy Advance Kingdom Hearts first, or was it DS? I don't remember.
It was.
And then
it was Game Boy. Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, I did that. Hated it. It was very frustrating because I got stuck in the freaking Pinocchio whale and I wanted to kill someone. And then I went back and played the original Kingdom Hearts, and I don't know when that was, but it was shortly after the Game Boy Advance game came out. So, yeah. And I said, why am I playing this?
Wait a second. This was too high. Hey, talk for a second. Talk for a little bit.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Okay. I was scared that the game audio had been over top of everything we were saying, but that's not true. I played this game right when it came out. Or no, I might have got it for Christmas right when it came out, but I was big into video game magazines. And back then I had the internet, but there wasn't a lot of, like, I wasn't involved in a lot of forums and all this stuff, but game magazines kind of had the scoop. It wasn't until later that websites got scoops, you know what I mean? Like, got stuff first or whatever.
Right.
But you still got to see, like, big reveals happening in, like, Game Informer and EGM and all these stuff, so I remember when this got shown in the magazine, and I got to see Cloud, all these, like, Final Fantasy characters, which I wasn't super into Final Fantasy at that point, but I thought this looked amazing. Like Mickey Mouse and like these freaking Final Fantasy characters. Like even in the write-up, it was like, this is the goofiest thing we've ever seen. But, and I think that's why I still love this series. I love it for how much of a mess it is, and how seriously it takes itself. Like you have freaking Donald and Goofy, and then they talk for like an hour in a cutscene about the darkness of our hearts and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
It cracks me up. The story is so nonsensical, but man, I love it. Like, I love this series. I wouldn't say the story's good. I wouldn't say whatever, but it makes me nostalgic. Like, I love these characters. I love I love the cutscenes and stuff in them, but I could not tell you where the story's at now. I don't think anybody could, honestly.
No. Nor should they.
Nor should they. But, yeah.
You're a digitized blob on my screen.
Am I really?
Yeah, you're just a bunch of streaks. You look like you went to the Matrix.
That must be your internet connection, buddy.
No, it's like artifacting. Like it's not even lag.
Because I'm watching on YouTube and I look gorgeous.
Let's see. You know what it is? I bet it's OBS screwing up the connection. That's fine. I mean, I don't need to see you. I don't really care. I really don't. So if it's good on YouTube, just keep going. But
or talk to me and then pull up the YouTube stream, and then you can see
that's true.
Good I look.
I'm gonna pull it up right now. I'm looking.
And you'll know that you're wrong.
You know what's crazy? On the YouTube stream, I see a blob too. Oh, you're fine now on Discord though.
Shut up.
I'm not joking. You actually are fine on Discord.
But on YouTube, I'm screwed up. I'm looking at the YouTube.
No, you're fine on YouTube as well. Yeah.
I think, yeah, you're lost in this Kingdom Hearts world, I think.
Yeah. What can you give me a rundown of what the story is? Because I never understood it. And I've always kind of wanted to, but you know.
I think we should. There is a hilarious, unintentionally hilarious. Well, I think maybe they kind of lean into the funniness of it, but there is a Google Sheet that somebody compiled that gives you the lowdown of what the story of Kingdom Hearts is.
Okay. This sounds, it's a sheet? It's not like a doc?
No, it is a Google Sheet that
it's a spreadsheet?
It is a spreadsheet that shows, and you can read it, and it's really fun. It's a really fun read. I read it one day at my last job from beginning to end, and it was really cool. But we are playing the PS3, the final mix version that they put out. But here's his giant shoes. I just, that design with these enormous shoes are just, back then I didn't think anything of it, but now it's
they're like supposed to be like Mickey Mouse shoes or something.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Disney-esque, but that with like a anime looking character. And
I mean, Disney's the real original anime.
Here's what I do with any game I ever play. I always do like strength and like swords and stuff. I don't like magic, but you're like you switch around, right?
Switch around. I like going fast. Is my thing. I like being fast because in real life I'm slow and big, but in the game world I want to be fast and little.
Fast and little. I just always want to pick up a sword. I always want to do like strength builds and hitting and physical attacks and stuff. Like magic is never like in the Oblivion games. You can kind of switch up and have magic and swords and stuff, and I like that. But most of these games, like this one, is very simplistic. It's like, hey, you get to choose strength or defense or magic to be like buffed up a little bit in those stats at first. But now, what will I give up? I'm gonna give up my magic. I'm now a weak little magic boy.
This game is really like Disney could not make this today. I mean, this game is so offensive by today's standards.
Yep.
Like Mickey Mouse's face on a sword. You've got a club with Mickey Mouse's head on it. Disney doesn't want to be associated with that.
It is funny how they were very strict on that. And that was in those write-ups too, of like how strict they were with like there couldn't be violence, there couldn't be like it's very, very tame, the whole game, even with these characters from Final Fantasy that were in teen-rated games. Like everyone's very tame. Then you get to the Winnie the Pooh world, and that one you can't even have the Keyblade. They gave him like a bonking stick or something. Do you remember that? Like there's not even a Keyblade.
I do not remember that. That's incredible.
That's how tame it gets. The Keyblade is too much.
I mean, that's actually kind of cool. I like that. Because who wants to go into the 100-acre wood and just like, I'm going to cut Piglet's throat?
But you couldn't do that with the Keyblade. The Keyblade's more of a bonking thing either, too. He just bonks
true.
enemies, but...
Oh, look, it's Cinderella. Look at that. I love Disney.
You've gained the power to fight. I think the PS2 generation was the first, like, they started dipping their toes in the water of all these tutorial crap. Because I don't remember that a lot in the PS1 and 64. You're kind of like... They did it more, like, they kind of taught you with you playing the game. But this, like, puts you in this training arena right at the start.
Okay, wait. I did not realize how big the shoes are.
Yeah, the shoes are
massive. That's massive!
Shoes are very big.
How big are his feet?
You know what they say? Big feet, you know?
Big feet, big heart.
Yeah.
I'm typing in Kingdom Hearts Sora feet.
Yeah, and turn off safe search when you do that too.
I did. Oh, trust me, it's always off for me.
I also really dug this game because I was never into like the GTA and we talked about this at length in past hangouts of you just were not allowed. I wouldn't have been allowed either to play like GTA and stuff in the house when I was younger. But I didn't like that. Like I liked these more cutesy like Ratchet and Clank and all this stuff, so this like was right up my alley like. So this had to be a good thing in your household.
The thing about it was that it was totally allowable, but I didn't really enjoy games that weren't about just like shooting people.
Yeah.
So it still didn't really make me happy.
You were still unhappy.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
as the games go on, Sora's feet like get smaller. They decrease by like half size.
Or does he get bigger and his body catches up with his feet?
Right. But then he's really small.
Yeah.
In the first game. Because those are some big honking feet.
Yeah.
Dang. What's the girl's name in this game?
Kairi.
Kairi. Yeah, she's got some big feet too.
Yeah.
Probably
just the way I like them. Wait, what?
Starting to OF.
Sorry about that.
Just the way you like them. I mean, that's funny, but insensitive. It's a little bit insensitive.
There we go.
One thing I never understood about the Kingdom Hearts games is that all the posters and promotional stuff, like the t-shirt, they were all like very anime style.
Yeah.
But then their proportions were just completely different in the game. It's very weird.
Hold on, I screwed something up again.
What are you doing? Oh, now we're just... It's two windows zoomed into you. That's cool.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry.
This is awesome.
I'm so sorry. I'm just a narcissist and I wanted to see myself.
This is so cool. Oh, now I get to see you editing your OBS. That looks great. Yeah, I remember Kingdom Hearts.
I remember Kingdom Hearts. I will say do you do this where like when I hear 20 years ago, my like frame of reference of time came online when I was in the 2000s. So when I hear 20 years ago, I go, oh, that's the 80s. And I still think the 80s are 20 years ago. Does that happen to you? Do you like still linger on that? Like when you first started thinking of like time and okay, that was 10 years ago. In the 70s, that's 30 years ago. I'm stuck in the 2000s mindset.
When I hear 20 years ago, I think of like, late 80s.
Yeah.
But then I'm stuck in, I can pinpoint it exactly 2008. Like my mind is stuck there. My heart is stuck there. Yeah. I mean, Obama.
We're all stuck there in time. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm stuck there. I'm not even joking either. Like, I can't believe that 2008 was so long ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I get what you mean. It's
Zord, welcome Zord in the
chat, he says, I played Kingdom Hearts in 2002. I was 12 years old. Yeah, I was 11. So right around the same time. And
cool. It's really cool.
This is a field. Okay, just let me in. Examine.
Gore Sora, why are your feet so big?
You have to open the door. Sora.
Gore Sora, your feet are making me hot.
But yeah, I think of the 80s as 20 years ago, and it's actually 40.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah,
that's really scary.
Because in my mind, 40 years ago, when I first was thinking that way, I was like, oh, that's the 60s. Because I'm in the 2000s-ish mindset.
Right.
So.
Right.
40s being 80, and then 30s being 90s. Like, wait, when I was born is when I used to think that was the 70s. You know, that's even farther back.
Yeah.
In the 80s, but
I think of like, like what are the kids listening to now? Avril Lavigne, Sublime.
I do see a lot of 2000s things are like cool again. We've moved on
they
to, like,
are.
And then I think next decade it's like, oh shoot, the 2010s is vintage, man.
There are a lot of scene girls again.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Among the younger population, it's very bizarre that they took the worst of the people my age growing up and then like the worst style from our age.
Yeah. Zord says life changed after 2011 for me. Okay. We all have like those moments. It's like, okay, this is when AC 80 BC.
Yeah, this is when ACABBC.
This is what ACDC sounds like.
This is the ACDC year.
Oh my gosh, I have to hold L2, and I think my L2 button is broke on this controller.
Oh my god. This is insane.
Okay.
That's a new level of technical difficulty. It's physically broken. Not I don't think
my L2 button works.
Let's see. Did it work? I can't tell what buttons are hidden. This game actually looks pretty good. It's very clean.
Yeah, well, this is the remaster they did in like 2014 or whenever this came out. Or no, 2013 I think it came out. But
now it's already 2013.
So yeah, this remaster, this is actually a remaster, came out nearly 10 years ago. This is already.
Oh my god.
Which is pretty crazy because I do remember just getting this and like, oh shoot, like. And I set it during my press the select button for first person view. Okay.
First person view? I do not remember that.
You can look around. But I remember when I did the Final Fantasy X, or when that remaster came out, close to around the same time. Yeah, Zord says remaster 2013. Yeah. So when the Final Fantasy X remaster came out, and that might be 2014. That might have came out the year after. When I was a kid, this is what was crazy. When I was a kid, I don't know if you've ever played Final Fantasy X or any of those. I can't remember.
I've never beaten them.
In Final Fantasy X, there's a character named Wakka. And when I played that when I was like 12 or whatever, I was like, oh, Wakka's the older guy. He's the older, like, adult in the situation. Well, when I played the remaster, I don't know if it was on the back of the box or I looked up stuff like, well, how's old is Wakka supposed to be? Or I don't know how I came across this information. Wakka was the same age as I was when I played. I think it was like 23. And I was like, wait, he always seemed like the old guy in the group. And now I'm Wakka. I've become Wakka.
You are Wakka.
Yeah.
And but now
that's what's been interesting about Kingdom Hearts is like the characters have aged. With each game, like they're like they were a little kid, and then like the next one he's a little bit older teenager, and then whatever, and like now with the fourth one he looks definitely adult. But it's funny how the characters kind of aged with that.
Yeah, it's weird. Like Sora, he gets older.
Here's Wakka right here. I just said that, and here he is. So they put him in this game, but that's what he looks like. And then they got over here, Titus.
Man, look at these pants. I love them.
Oh, what's so funny is like getting old. Is it really that so scary? Creepy. Oh, Zord says I think Orin is the old one. You're right, but I thought that he was like more adult, like Waka was like more of an adult guy. So when I saw that, when I get Orin's age is gonna be when the 3rd remaster comes out for PS7. But...
How old is Mimkey in this game?
Mimkey?
Mimkey Mouse.
Mimkey Mouse.
Is Mickey old? Like, how old is Mickey supposed to be in this game? How old are all the characters?
He's age 2. He has to be 100 from like the 1920s when he was born.
That'd be cool.
No, they don't give a Mickey age. We don't get Mickey data.
They should man, they should really remake these games, but like from the perspective of Mickey, and then like that'd be so crazy if they did that, and it was kind of like you're not even playing the game, you're just
Zord
watching.
says he is the king.
Yeah, oh, it's true. What type of name is Titus? Titus.
Okay, what are we doing here? Oh, I hate when the freaking camera is... I can't change it right now. I have to have, like, when I press left, I need to, like, look left, and it's pushing me away from the left. It's looking right. Do you hate that? Are you crazy?
Yeah, that was... This era of games had really bad camera controls, so it would always piss me off. I mean, they're not that bad, but it's just like, it feels... This game feels so much newer still to me than, like, Mario 64.
Yeah.
And the camera controls are still kind of wonky looking at it. Oh, look at these. Yeah, you couldn't make this today. Couldn't make this today. It's like, oh...
I do actually think that Disney would not make this today.
No, I don't think so either.
There is just no time to frick around with like these type of ideals, I think. I can't think of the last like super risky, like crazy thing that paid off for somebody. I think the weirdest thing that kind of paid off was like Last of Us. I guess that was more different, and they've just milked that forever. I love Last of Us. Do you know what I mean? Like last big huge IP that made such a like. I'm trying to think of any more, but.
No, I mean, it's just everything's very uninspired and safe.
Zord says the PS2 version, the camera was R1, L1 like PS1 games. You're right.
Yeah, that... Ugh.
See, now this, I'm using the analog stick. I didn't know that. Man, I thought sure you could use the analog stick to move the camera around.
They barely even had analog sticks in 2002.
There was an auto system to frick. Move these freaking. There we go.
What's wrong? Now your headphones aren't working?
No, I just had to adjust them. I can save. I need to save. You can with Kingdom Hearts 2. Okay, Kingdom Hearts 2, they let you move. I totally forgot that they did it like that. Wow. It's weird. So for this remaster, that's what they added. You can actually move the camera around with the analog sticks, instead of having to use the... Which is a lot better.
Interesting. Wow. Fascinating.
It is crazy to think that, like, PS2 games... Because vintage is 20 years from something. So there are PS2 games that are vintage. Like, this would be considered vintage now that we're celebrating the freaking 20th anniversary of it. This is a vintage game now. But in my head, I'm still like, no, 80s is vintage, dude.
20 years seems kind of like, I don't know. That seems kind of soon for vintage, in my opinion.
If you look it up, that's what vintage is. It's 20 years old.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because older stuff is like better.
I guess so, but this is better. Kingdom Hearts is better. So
no.
So did you ever beat this game?
Yeah, I beat this, and I beat the Game Boy Advance one. And I watched people beat 2. I never saw the ending in 3.
Did you play 3?
No. Because I grew up. I didn't want to see Mimpy and Scooby.
I think my favorite of the whole series is 2. I've played all the main series. I played Birth by Sleep on PSP. That one was actually, I played that for the first time in this remaster. But the second one, man, I think they just the battle system is really fun. The places you go are great. The levels look awesome. I think this game, as much as I am nostalgic over it, sucks at the start, and then it gets progressively better to the point. I'm saying that as like when I came back to the remaster, I was like, oh shoot, this is actually annoying to play. But when I got to like the Peter Pan stuff in the later part, I was like, this is really fun now. Like they're finding their groove. And then by the time they started Kingdom Hearts 2, I think that is from beginning to end very fun and very good. But
I'm trying to think if I had fun playing this game.
Zord says, by the way, only 3 developers worked on this remaster with Nomura, so there was 4 people.
Oh wow,
is this real?
That's crazy.
I'll trust anything you say, Zord. You hold the mightiest weapon of all.
Man, look at those awesome 2000s text fonts. That's
So
incredible.
don't forget. Like, I love that with the... I will say, like, it definitely makes sense. We were listening to, you know, that band Breaking Benjamin?
Yeah.
I had some friends over and we started listening. That in this era, like this edginess era of the 2000s, it has a stamp of vintage. I think I get it. You know, even though I'm holding back and saying I don't want to feel that old.
Yeah.
I also want to say, yeah, I get it. Like that when you really sit in that stuff and like even playing this or certain systems, I think it helps because it's been remastered too. It's got a fresh coat of paint. We're like, what? That's not 20 years old. It's like, well, yeah, the system under it and these little graphics and text and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, okay, this is.
Yes.
A product of its time. You can feel the 2000s. You can feel like this era and stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean absolutely. It's very distinctive color palette, look.
Yeah.
Kari's skirt thing.
Yeah.
And tank top.
I love this freaking Destiny Isle music island. Zord says, "Yep, I think they were to the PS2 code was lost even like Final Fantasy 8. Oh my gosh. So to piece it back together.
Man, she's layering tank tops. That is so 2000.
Yeah.
And the sweatbands.
Well, even like Final Fantasy 8 with and that was 99 that came out. But with like the freaking all the chains and all that fashion and stuff. But it's funny because Nomura, who made these like designs and stuff, he still does that. If you look at Final Fantasy freaking 15, it's all these like chains and layered jackets and leather jackets and stuff, and I love it. I think it is so. I don't even know what the word would be for it, but
funny,
campy, or
tacky.
Tacky. It's so tacky. It comes around. It's like I love this. Like.
Yeah, you know. I mean, it's its own look.
You would never see like an American company doing that now. You know what I mean? Like making those designs. So for a Japanese developer to still lean into that stuff, it was cool then. We made fun of it for a little while, and then it's cool again. You know what I mean? Like everything vintage comes back, and so Destiny Islands.
Yeah, this music is great in this game. Wow, that splash screen right there. Holy crap. That's pretty old looking.
I gotta bring all this crap. Oh my gosh.
Okay, when you have the wooden sword right there,
yeah.
I have a very strong memory of being like, what the heck? Where's my actual sword? Where'd it go? And I was like pissed.
Okay, I need to change these camera x-axis inverted. There we go. There we go. Can I change like the freaking sensitivity? Oh my gosh. No, you can't. Got a log. But yeah, I think this was the first era of games of like they started doing tutorial stuff, and then I think it went terrible, very bad. Did not like video games that as much as I did other eras in the PS3, 360, Wii. I feel like that was hyper casual. So many tutorials after everything you did. The worst culprit being, I think, Skyward Sword. But, and then I think we came back down to earth in PS4, Xbox One era, and then like I think we're at a good place now. Like there's still tutorial crap they try to shove down your throat, but I think that's why people, I mean, we've talked to death about it, but like the Soul series literally throws you into nothingness. Like there's stuff on the ground that says, hey, press this button to hit. You know what I mean? Like, but it is, you are out in the world, you are just kind of failing till you find success in that game. So
yeah, those games are great because of that. And then try to think of what Death Stranding was very tutorial heavy.
Yeah.
Recently, that game like has way too many cutscenes that literally just explain use your visor.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
they're
you're
like 20
right.
minutes
I
long.
never thought about that, but it was pretty.
I'm replaying it right now, the PS5 remaster,
are ya?
whatever, Sam's Kill,
I
and
want to
yeah,
give that
it is
another try.
all. It's so good. I love that game. It's one of my favorite games of all time. But
I
it
think
is so.
It came out during COVID, so this game where you have to go deliver stuff because people are stuck. It just hit too close to home, maybe. That and Last of Us Part 2 had an air of that, of like, I'm doing these things right now. Like, but I also love I love the gameplay of Metal Gear Solid 5. It's my favorite of all, like, gameplay of all time. And I kind of got sick of just delivering Amazon packages in Death Stranding a little bit. But the world and everything about Death Stranding has one of the best sci-fi worlds I've ever seen in anything. Like, it is so realized and it feels so real and thought out that I'm like, I was so enamored by that whole world. But the gameplay, I was kind of done after I beat it a little bit. Versus Metal Gear Solid 5, I could not put that game down for like months.
Yeah, I still go back to Metal Gear Solid 5 and play every once in a while. Just because it's like, it's a game that never really ends.
Zord says, for me, KH1 gets great when you reach Traverse Town. Yeah, I think each progressive part, it gets way better. But like the freaking, the jungle, the Tarzan jungle, sucks. Alice in Wonderland is okay. But like, as you go along, I feel like, yeah, each level gets better. Traverse Town's fun. I really like Traverse Town, and very nostalgic of that music there. I'm looking for stuff. So what they did, what is crazy, Pierce, because we're talking about the story and all this stuff. Do you remember when you, like, there's a place that's a cave. So you go down the secret place. I think there's the cutscene now, or is it later? You come down in here. Yeah, you come down in here, and there's a guy in a hood. Do you remember that?
I do not remember this.
There's a cutscene that you come down in here, and there's a guy in a hood. Maybe it does right here. Let me see. Oh my gosh, just examine it.
Reminds me of Elden Ring.
I wonder where this door leads. But there's a guy in a hood, and he talks to you creepily down here. That connects, I think, to Kingdom Hearts 3 stuff. Like when I was watching recap stuff, it cuts back to that guy in the story at some point. Yeah, he comes back in the story. I don't know if he's Ansem something else, something or another. He comes like, oh my gosh, it gets crazy. We will watch something or whatever, a YouTube video to kind of explain the story to you so you can get caught up here. So right now I have to find these freaking logs. I thought you could climb. There you go.
It's gonna make me want to give this game another chance. I was an idiot as a kid. Like, I didn't really... I just wanted to play, like, Halo.
Yeah.
And Halo and Call of Duty type games. Like, that's all I really wanted to play. I was very close-minded to everything that wasn't just, like, violent.
You're a violent guy.
Not anymore, but back then, I guess I was. Just wanted to be an army man.
You calmed down. Well, it was the American propaganda.
Yeah, right. I want to serve my country.
And look at you now. You've tamed up and you're playing Kingdom Hearts. That ain't protecting anybody.
Yeah, I'm just a big soy boy now. That's actually Sora.
Sora.
Soyra is his full.
Soyra.
Soyra.
That is totally something that, like, some alpha male person say. Yeah, I guess you'll play a Soyra.
Kids can play Soyra. I'm over here playing Modern Warfare 2. Hello.
Yeah, you need to start
Captain
playing
Price.
Modern Warfare 2. Ever heard about it?
Okay, hey, how come games from this era always had trees that you could climb, but it takes you 5 freaking jumps to climb onto them? I hate that. I hate that in video games.
Here's all my original saves. This is my original saves from when I last played it. Oh my gosh.
I'm like 10 seconds behind the audio, by the way, so I'm reacting to things that have already happened to you. But
oh yeah, you don't see stuff live because you're on YouTube.
no. Nope.
How did we fix that last time?
We couldn't. Whenever we do, it makes your game lag really bad.
Oh, that's only if I'm playing the game on the computer. I think I can make it work.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Who cares?
Who cares? So Kingdom Hearts 2. So Kingdom Hearts 1 comes out 2002. And as a kid, I was dying for a sequel. Which would be ages in... Because when you're younger, like 4 years is much longer than what 4 years now. If you told me 4 years, like, okay, I'll see that. Feels like next week. I'll be in 4 years from now. But as a kid, it was brutal. It just kept going on. It's like 2 years. Where's this new game? Why is there no new Kingdom Hearts? But we did get Chain of Memories, which you said you played.
Yes.
So you played the Chain of Memories. Zord is actually going to spoil it, so there is a Kingdom Hearts spoil in the chat. But the guy in the original Kingdom Hearts 1 in that cave that you see for a second and talks to Sora is Xehanort, heartless. It's his heartless without the body.
What? I don't know what that means.
I don't know what
Xehanort is.
So there are heartlesses, and then there's also nobodies. There's heartlesses and nobodies, and in the second game, the nobody, I think it's, correct me if I'm wrong, Zord actually I think is more of an expert in this. I'm glad you're in the chat, Zord. In the second game, you've seen people play a lot of that, so you remember Riku. Riku is Sora's nobody, and that's who Riku is. It's Sora's nobody.
So is it like...
So people have a nobody, and they have, and I think they have a heartless too. They have a heartless version.
So are they real people?
That's a good question. I'm gonna leave that to Zord to answer that. Zord also says the Hood Man is the ideal for Nora to look like. The reunion thing for Final Fantasy VII when they had all the cloaks and stuff in there. Okay. he was taken after that. Oh, Riku's over here. Or not Riku. I'm thinking of freaking. I take that back.
Riku.
Not Riku. Oh my gosh, who's the other kid in Kingdom Hearts 2? It's not Riku. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No. I don't know what you're talking about.
Now I feel embarrassed. Kairi, Riku, Sora, Roxas. Do you remember Roxas in Kingdom Hearts 2?
Nope.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Roxas is Sora's nobody.
Uh-huh.
And if you look at the name Roxas and you move it around, you can spell Sora and then it has an X in there. Because you know, like they're big with the X's in these games.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, this sounds really interesting.
Think about that.
I honestly, I have no idea what you're talking about. So you've got, okay, let me see if I understand this. You've got nobodies. Then you've got somebodies. And then you have the heartless.
I do think, I don't know, somebody's might not be in there, but that sounds so goofy it might be.
Okay, and then Mickey, why is Mickey in it?
Mickey was just, they crossed worlds. So here's what's interesting. In the new Kingdom Hearts 4 that's going to come out, the world he finds is our world. And the graphics are more leaning really into realism because it's our own world. He's like in Tokyo and stuff. I said I was done after Kingdom Hearts 3, but when I heard that concept, that made me laugh. And I was like, I'll be back for Kingdom Hearts 4 because it sounds so funny that we've gone from he's in Mickey Mouse world, but now he's crossed realities to come to our world, which I think is funny.
And now there's going to be Star Wars. There's going to be Marvel. There's going to be Fortnite.
There's going to be everything, yeah. I've got the
and
log.
Because those are in the real world.
Oh, this is where I get coconuts.
Wreck-It Ralph will be there. Rectum Ralph.
Rectum Ralph. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so who's Mickey's nobody?
I don't know if I don't know if he has
Mimkey?
Mimkey?
Mimkey.
I don't think Mickey has. I don't think the property owners at Disney would let him have a nobody. Yep. Okay, I got confirmation from Zord. Roxas was Sora's nobody. So yeah, I'm right on that. And then you have Naminé. You played the GBA version, didn't you? You should know all this, Pierce. You should remember all of this.
Yeah,
you call yourself a philosopher, but you don't know Kingdom Hearts?
Okay, so we've got Roxas as a nobody, but Sora's somebody. Then you've got Gooby and Goofy, nobody and somebody. You've got Mickey and Mimkey. You've got Donald and Dolan. Then who else?
Naminé from remember Chain of Memories. You get to meet her. That is Kairi's nobody.
Oh, okay. And what is it? I still haven't figured out what a nobody is. So,
it's somebody without their heart. It's when your heart's been removed, I think.
Like your physical heart or your soul heart?
I cannot answer this. All these questions and more are not also answered with some of these things.
It sounds like it doesn't actually mean anything.
Oh my gosh, I need cloth. I need cloth.
I need cloth. I need cloth.
I need cloth.
What are you? Stop it.
I need cloth.
I want to hear about this cloth.
Where do I get this cloth at?
Where cloth.
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 Where is the... Oh, I know where the cloth's at. I saw it. It's up here. You big dummy. But going back on Kingdom Hearts 2, when that came out, that felt like ages because we did have the GBA version, which you said you played. Did you like Chain of Memories?
No.
Yeah, I wish it would have been more like real time because that's what I'm into. It was like card based. but I was so hungry to continue the Kingdom Hearts goofy story as a kid until it went. I think when it got to Kingdom Hearts to Chain of Memories, it was like, okay, I kind of get this, and then I think 2, by the end of 2, you're like, oh, this does not make any sense.
Yeah.
But there was still hope when Chain of Memories came out, and you're like, why am I in this freaking castle? What is going on?
I do remember Chain of Memories and thinking, wow, like the graphics on this Game Boy Advance game are really good.
Yes, that was really, pretty.
I'm looking at screenshots right now, and it looks awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got really bored.
Yeah, I did beat it, but it was hard because I wasn't really into the card-based stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But that came out, kind of held me over, but then Kingdom Hearts 2 gets announced. Oh my gosh, I was so ecstatic for that game. Comes out in 2006, so 4 years later. And I thought that game did something really cool, and everyone else hated it. That game blue balls you in the beginning. You do not play as Sora. You play as Roxas, who you don't know, which we do know ends up being Sora's nobody. But it's this nobody character, literally. And I thought that was cool. Like, who's this character? You're skateboarding in this town. It's almost like its own Traverse Town kind of thing. And then you finally play as Sora, and I just thought that was the one of the coolest moments of the whole series, when you finally get to control Sora. Donald's back, all that stuff, but I like that they teased you a little bit at the beginning of 2. And now a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people do not like the Roxas stuff, but I like it. It was fun.
I have seen the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2 probably 5,000 times.
Yeah, because I bet a lot of people get stuck on that part.
Yes. I've seen so many of my friends play it, and I've just been at their house for like an hour as they get frustrated skateboarding around, and I'm watching going, can we do something else?
I think another thing that makes me nostalgic of this is, like, I was near this age of these, like, kids in this game. And it's these three kids hanging out. There's no adults, and they're, like, on their own island. And they're just hanging out and making memories and stuff. So then when you get further into, like, Kingdom Hearts 2 and 3, and they, like, spoiler alert, there's, like, returns to Destiny Island. You get to go back and see this place. It's like, oh, like, they did a good job of making me very, like, nostalgic for this stupid island with these kids that have no adult supervision. But does that make sense? Like, even though it's so, that's what I'm saying, it goes back to the goofiness. It's like I'm still connected to it. I'm still like, I don't know.
I mean, you never grew up, you know?
I never grew up.
I mean, our hearts are still here. You know what? It's probably that our nobodies are still really our somebodies, and we're still there.
We all have nobodies. Oh,
it's probably that.
I never thought about that. Yeah.
Yeah. And my nobody is in 2008 playing Halo.
Do you know how I think we have people's nobodies?
Uh-huh. Oh my god! Wow, with the lens blur, the fake lens blur, it actually looks like it's from the game. So wait, is that a nobody? Or is that a heartless?
That's a heartless. That's the heartless enemy.
So wait, nobodies are people without a heart.
Yeah.
But heartless are what?
I think they're the heartless are people without a heart, but I don't know what a nobody is.
Oh, I thought you said that nobody was a person without a heart.
I don't know.
Okay.
You know what? I'm looking this up. What is a
this is gonna
nobody
make very
Kingdom Hearts? And I'm gonna look up the wiki here. Okay, now we're getting into the Mickey Mouse lore. Okay, are you ready for this? A nobody is what remains of those who have lost their hearts to darkness.
Okay.
The first generic nobodies are seen in Kingdom Hearts 2, although Xemnas appeared as early as Kingdom Hearts Final Mix.
Xemnas, got it.
It was unknown that he was a nobody. We didn't even know what a nobody was. They are made of body and soul.
And we still don't.
So a nobody is somebody who's lost their hearts to darkness. Well, what's a heartless? What is a heartless?
Heartless is somebody who's lost their body to no one.
The heartless are creatures born from the darkness of people's hearts, lacking a body or soul. So they don't have a body or soul, and they are creatures born from the darkness of people's hearts.
Okay. But they clearly do have a body.
Yes. No.
But it's no, they clearly do, since you're walking around killing them.
No, but they're lacking a body or a soul. That's like it's kind of a ghostly, like they're always bending and stuff. Like they barely have like a formed body.
Yeah, but I mean, they still have a body. It's just all fluidy, like a gas.
Well, I'm reading what Kingdom Hearts says, and they said
I'm just saying, gas is a state of matter, and like if a ghost was visible, it would be physical. It would be a body.
They don't agree. The Kingdom Hearts wiki.
So okay, so wait.
Okay, I am gonna skip this so we can keep playing.
A nobody is a
person,
somebody that has lost their heart.
Yes.
To darkness. That is, they've become like morally corrupted, like they're bad people.
I don't think so, because Roxas is not bad, and Naminé's not bad.
So what does it mean to lose your heart to darkness? Like it's stolen from you?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Then what does it mean? Why is it somebody's nobody? So like, why is it Sora's nobody? What's the relationship?
It's their version of themselves without a heart. You should understand all of this because you're into philosophy.
Oh,
but this is like stumping you. This is stumping you, but Albert Einstein's theory of relativity.
Oh yeah, E equals MC squared.
You don't even bat an eye, you know.
Mm-hmm. I don't even bat an eye. Okay, I get it. I think I understand now. Absolutely. The funny thing is, I think in a lot of games and a lot of things that just like make up a world with all these weird metaphysical things, I think they just like don't make sense, and there's not really like you can't make sense of them. It's just not. It's not real. It doesn't make sense.
It's not real. It's
because there's some things that are not real that could be real, right? But there's some things that are not real that just they don't mean anything. They're just it's a way of talking.
Okay, we gotta find food now. I found a mushroom. There's Riku. Here. Whee!
Riku. Ricola. Remember that?
Ricola.
Remember when you had, when as a kid, you would have like cough drops?
I have not had a cough drop in probably 20 years.
I need one. I'm sick right now.
Are you sick?
And yeah, I have a cold, and I wish I had a cough drop.
I have not heard of anybody getting colds. Actually, just the other day, I think one of my friends got a cold. But it's only been COVID for like the past 3 years. So you got a cold. So are we back to that? Are we back to cold world?
Well, I just started working in a middle school. So yeah, I'm back.
You're back to getting colds.
Back to constantly getting sick.
But yeah, it took freaking almost 3 years for us to get back to regular old colds.
Yeah, and thank God. Because I love being sick. My favorite.
Are you masked up again in the school?
No, I gave up on that this time because it is impossible to get middle schoolers to listen to you while wearing a mask.
Yeah.
They just don't listen.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I gave up and I immediately got sick. So,
but at least they can hear you.
At least they can hear me.
If you want them to hear you and listen to your things, you need to start acting like a middle schooler or saying cool things that the middle schooler would think is cool. Such as,
so
like, hey, yo, Fusizzle.
Yep, they still say that a
Yeah,
lot.
they definitely
actually.
say that, and they'll love all that stuff, you know?
Yes. I mean, there's so many good stories from middle school already. Emily
Really?
keeps telling me I have a middle schooler sense of humor and maturity level, so that's why I get along really well with them. And the students have told me that too.
Really?
Well, a little under 3 weeks, and they've told me that. But I mean, okay, I'll start this story off by saying today I got a call from the principal saying, and they're like very serious. They're like, "Hey, we just want to let you know, students found your TikTok,
Oh my
and,
gosh.
And you know it's exploded at the school, and it's all over. Like, and they're all laughing at it, and we just want to let you know, it might be embarrassing." And I was like, "Okay." I literally laughed. I was like, "That's funny.
Yeah.
They found me." And they're like, "Well, like, I don't know, parents might be upset." And I don't have anything like bad on my TikTok at all.
Yeah.
It's just like insane. Like the worst thing is I say 420 at one point.
Yeah.
And they were like very serious. Like, you might be really embarrassed, and we just wanted to warn you ahead of time. And parents might be upset if that's a thing. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do with that? So it was just like right off the bat with that. Clearly, I have a middle school brain. Because the quality of my TikToks apparently are trending with middle schoolers.
Wow. That's a badge of honor.
Yeah. Well, I guess one of the things that maybe the principal was saying parents might be upset about is, which I don't understand, my bio on TikTok is philosopher and naughty baby looking for a minion mommy. And when the kids... See, I already knew they found my TikTok because the last day I worked this week, a bunch of kids came to me and said, "Minion mommy." I said, "Oh, you found my TikTok." And they're like, "What does that even mean? What were you thinking?" And I was like, "I don't know. It sounded funny."
That is
and
very funny.
yeah, so I was like, "Okay, they found my TikTok." Yeah, but I mean, I have a lot of stories, so tell me to shut up when you want me to shut up.
No, I love these. I'm loving this.
So, there's this girl. She's a really sweet girl. Definitely autistic. Hilarious. I'm teaching her, and I've been doing PE for the last 2.5 weeks, subbing for the PE teacher, and she's like, I got suspended twice last year. I was like, why? She's like, I was doing bad stuff. I was like, why? Like, what'd you do? And she's like, well, I wouldn't stop teaching the elementary schoolers how to draw swastikas and do the Nazi salute.
Oh my gosh.
And I bust up. I was dying. Because I was like, and I was like, I shouldn't be laughing at this. But this is so funny. And then she started to do it. And I was like, don't do that. Don't do the salute. Don't. But I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah.
That was literally the second day on the job.
Oh my gosh. You were almost gone day one. If you let her get that far.
I mean, really, like, I bring it out of these kids that they want to start doing offensive things, I guess. But so another kid comes up to me like 2 days after that, and he's like, I have something to ask you. This is like 7th grade. I'm like, what? And my thing with my friends that I always do is I like to send Jimmy Neutron and SpongeBob Rule 34.
Okay.
I just like to send it. I like to look at it. I like to collect it.
Real?
And yes, like Matt, from Matt's wedding, I printed him out a card for his bachelor party, and it was just like huge card of like Jimmy Neutron porn.
Okay. And
wrote him a really nice note, and he threw it away, of course. But yeah, I just do that type of stuff. Minions too, Minion Rule 34. And
you really do fit in with the middle school. This is stuff I would do.
Yeah.
If I was in middle school, yeah.
So this kid comes up and asks, he's like being really quiet. I'm like, what? Ask me. And he says, Smash Bros. I'm like, what? Smash Bros. What? Smash or pass SpongeBob? And without missing a beat, I'm like, smash, smash, smash. And he was shocked. He was like, dude, it was like, wow, I could talk to a teacher.
Yeah. He was treating you like all the other teachers, like these, like, oh, I can just say anything. They don't know that, you know what I mean?
I don't know. And
he didn't know. He got more than what he bargained for.
He got more, and then he kept going. He was like, "Smash by Squidward." I was like, "Smash, absolutely." Smash by Plankton. I was like, I'm gonna smash, but I will marry him if that's an option. And he was like busting up, and then I mean,
that stuff's gonna stick with us. Like they are gonna go tell their friends, and they're gonna crack up for the rest of the year.
Yes, I mean and I'm glad that I could be that person, but I guess it does get you in trouble when they find your TikTok and you're in the or something. But so and the thing is, I have 2 TikTok accounts. My first TikTok is the first one, like when TikTok first got popular. Locked out of that because I don't have a phone number, so can't private it. New TikTok account. My phone broke, got a new phone, and refused to pay the remainder of my bill of Verizon, so they deactivated my account. Don't have that number, so I can't get in there and delete anything.
Can you just get a new password? It's not locked to your phone.
I don't remember my password. So there's no email associated with it. It's just a phone number that I don't have. And there's no support on TikTok. So I'm locked in, baby. My TikTok's locked. So I can't really do anything about it. You know, it's just going to be up there for them to see that I'm a minion, looking for Minion Mommy.
Minion Mommy.
And yeah, it's great. Going into the boys' locker room and all the boys turning around going, "Oh, look, it's the baby. Have you found your Minion Mommy yet?" And I think it's funny. But, you know, I guess some people might not like it.
You're going to go to a parent-teacher conference one day, and that's it.
Yep. That'd be awesome.
My son came home, and he won't stop saying Minion Mommy to me. He used to just call me Mother, and now he calls me the Minion.
He calls me Minion Mommy.
And then you would be laughing still. You'd be like, that's really funny.
That's funny. Why do you care? It's hilarious. Why don't you start saying it? Call yourself that.
Embrace
Pierce,
it.
you're fired.
Pierce, you're fired.
Yeah.
But baby doesn't want to be fired.
baby, I guess baby's been naughty.
I always say that to Chelsea. I go, baby doesn't want to do it. Baby's cold.
It's funny.
It is so the antithesis of what is attractive to.
Oh yeah.
Women. That is so funny. So.
I mean, women like big boys. They don't like little babies.
Yeah.
They like big boys.
Yeah. Who
are like out of their pull-ups, and I'm still in. I'm still in my pull-ups. That's another thing I told them. The kids, some kid, what was it? Some of the kids are like just really comfortable insulting me. One kid called me ugly and fat.
Oh my gosh.
First week working there. I was like, okay, thank you. And then I just kind of laugh because like that's funny.
Yeah,
I don't care.
I would be the same. I do the same thing when like people say ridiculous things. To me, it's like, why? What brought you to say that or think that's okay? I get a kick out of that stuff because I see it as like, what kind of world are you living in? I can take all that stuff, but like, are you walking around and living this way? You know? But,
yes, exactly. It's so like just completely disconnected from reality.
I laugh and
like,
I love it. I get excited because I'm like, oh, this is really funny. Like this is.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that this is a real person, and I get excited. So.
Right. Now, a friend comes up to me and says, "Pierce, you're looking kind of heavier." Then I get upset.
Yeah, but it's like you know.
Yeah, but if it's just like some random person like you're fat, I'm like, okay, I am. That's hilarious. Yeah. But they were saying I was yelling at them like, you know, you have to do push-ups. Like that we're doing PE. I'm making you exercise. You have to do push-ups. They're like, you can't even do 10. You're fat and ugly. And I was like, I can do 10. I was laughing. I was like, and I did 10 for them. I was like, I can do it. So why don't you do it now too? And they were like, you're just I think they said something like, you're just like, I think they said you're a big baby. Like, you're just a big baby. And this was before they found my TikTok, so it wasn't from that. And I said, I just immediately went, oh, why? Just because I still wear diapers, that makes me a baby? Just because I'm pooping my diaper right now, that makes me a baby? Just because I have a full diaper, that makes me a baby? Really? And they were just, like, shocked. They're just like, what? Why is this teacher talking like this?
Yeah. It's so, like, what's, like, you caught them so off guard for what that comment that it's...
Yeah, it's hilarious. I love it. It's my
Yeah.
favorite part of my new job.
Yeah. I love
But
that.
apparently, I'm gonna get in trouble. So, my wife, who works at the same school, is very upset. She's like, "I don't want to be embarrassed."
Yeah.
And I was like,
She's
"I
walking
understand."
around, and then in front of her, the kids go, "There's the big minion mommy. There's the
That's
big
the thing,
baby.
like,
The baby that
your
poops his diaper."
They asked me, "Isn't your wife your minion mommy?" I said, "No." They're like, "So who is?" I said, "I don't know." So yeah, I mean, but I can't watch TikTok. I can't take it down. I don't know what to do. It's stuck forever.
You're stuck forever. That is crazy, dude. But very funny.
Luckily,
Very
yeah,
funny.
it is very funny. Luckily, I was able to get into my oldest TikTok today and take my photos of Jared Fogle down. I did that.
That is good. That's a good start.
Yeah.
Did that come from us when I made those comments or mentioned the joke or something? And you went, "Oh God, those are pictures up and stuff." Like, you
yeah,
joke about that.
I mean, really though, like I had multiple TikToks of Jared, and I took those down.
Yeah, it's probably for the best. But I love that you still tell people you poop in your diaper. But at least you removed.
Funny.
At least you got Jared Fogle out of it.
Yeah.
The principal's going to call in your office. We have several reports that you told students you poop in your diaper. We did want to just follow up.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Is that a problem? That wasn't in the contract.
Is that a problem? Well, no, it's not a problem. But
yeah, I could probably be like, because I could take this up with the government.
with Joe Biden.
I could call. You know who else poops his diaper? Joe Biden.
So I can take it up with him.
I could take it up with the old man himself, the old man upstairs. Joe
I
Biden.
do not know what I'm supposed to do here.
Oh, we're still playing Kingdom Hearts.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to quit this and load up my other file so I can see where we went. How do you quit?
I mean, you could just look up a walkthrough, but
I think I can go in here to the save menu. I think it lets me quit. No. Do I like literally have to restart the whole thing? Or no, I guess I can go back and
you should restart the whole thing.
quit game. We'll go to my save file and see if we can't find one of these cool worlds to run around in.
I like the goofy one.
There is no goofy one, you big baby.
I like the goofy one.
You big crazy baby.
I'm not that big of a baby.
But yeah, I loved Kingdom Hearts 2 back on Kingdom Hearts Talk. We kind of sidetracked with all that baby talk, but
With all the baby talk, yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 2, loved. That's my favorite in the series. Kingdom Hearts 3, there was a million different like mobile like DS and PSP and all these like side games that go in between. There was like that 358 by 2 days, Final Mix Coded, Birth by Sleep. I feel like there's others. Oh, Dream Drop Distance on the 3DS. All these games, and we finally get Kingdom Hearts 3. And here's how I feel about Kingdom Hearts 3. I think it has really cool like little gimmicks in each level. And you never even played 3, did you?
No.
It has really cool gimmicks. In the Toy Story world, you're like in mechs, like toy mechs and stuff, and controlling these mechs. All these different worlds have different like things. Like in the big, what is it called? The Big Hero 6 or whatever Disney movie. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Big Hero 6. Yeah.
Like in that, you get into this giant, like you're a giant in the city, the big robot or whatever walking around. All these cool little gimmicks, but that game, I came away feeling that it was a generation too late. That should have freaking came out during the PS3 era. That should have been on PS3. Because by the time I played it, I was so much older, and they're still talking about the Heartless and doing this stupid story stuff. It's like, oh, I've outgrown this. Like, I've really, I really can't really take a lot of this, you know?
Yeah, I don't care about nobodies or somebody's.
It was a bummer for that part. But when I did beat the game, I did enjoy it, and when I got to the end, I teared up because they went back and did nostalgic stuff, and it's like, this is cool, the music and all this stuff, but it would have hit harder if it was a generation later. Or a generation earlier, sorry. But, so yeah, 358 by 2 days. So what they did with this the remaster little thing they did, this one right here, the 358 by 2 days, is just cutscenes of the whole game. It's no gameplay. And then Chain of Memories, they ported to PS2, and they remastered that PS2 port.
Why is it just
of Chain of Memories?
Cutscenes.
But it's
Why?
just cutscenes. They did not spend the time, because this was a DS game originally, and I think they were like, yeah, that ain't happening. So they just remastered that. They did the same thing to Final Mix Coded, which was a DS game.
So wait, but it's not a game.
No, it's just cutscenes.
Why?
If you start playing it, it's literally just like cutscenes you can choose from on here. But
Is it like a point-and-click adventure game?
no, it literally just, you click like what cutscene, or no, actually with 358 2 days, it's literally 358 days. So it's like, here's days 1 to 40 you can watch or whatever. Like, or here's the cutscenes for that time period in the game. And it's like 5 or so cutscenes per thing, but
why would anybody want that?
I don't know.
That's weird.
I enjoyed it because I didn't want to go through all of these, like 358 by 2 days, all this whatever. You're going to the same freaking Disney worlds. They kept recycling the same worlds to the point where I was like, I'm getting sick of it. So I was happy that was all this was.
Okay, interesting.
I even did that for Dream Drop Distance, and they actually had the whole game on the Kingdom Hearts 2.5 is where that one was. But yeah, I was. No, did that come to that? Because they made a 2.8. No, 2.8 was like a prologue. They did a prologue to 3. It was like a little demo thing leading into it, but which I love the naming convention: 1.5, 2.5, and then 2.8.
It's like Evangelion.
Yeah, but when I heard 2.8 after so long we've waited for 3, I was like losing my mind. So let's load this one. Gate to the Dark. I feel like that's the last thing you can do before you go. But do you think that you'll ever play 4 when it comes out?
No. Easy answer. No.
No.
Because I'm not willing to go back and play all the other ones, especially now that I've heard.
What if we pull up like a thing? Hey, we're at 8:30. Let's. I do want to drive around, like, see these worlds, but then like we'll pull up a video or two, and show. We'll talk about the story. We'll talk about the story a second.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Oh, I didn't want to do that. I didn't mean to.
Gore Sora? I'm
There we
goofy.
go, select world.
Sora, do you want to come suck my nugget?
Yeah, there's Atlantica, which I have a memory of. I have funny memories of this game of, my friend was older than me. He's like 4 or 5 years older than me. And he was living at home at that time, and his mom walked in. I wasn't there, but he was doing, if you remember all the Atlantica level, all it is like you're hitting buttons, and it's like a rhythm thing, and Sora is dancing. Do you remember that with the Little Mermaid?
Yeah,
It's like a Little Mermaid. But his mom was not a gamer and just had the most, like, FU attitude, and for her to walk in, I think I might have been there and seen her face, and she was like, "What the hell are you playing?" Like it's just like all the Disney characters dancing, and he's like getting irritated trying to beat this challenge or whatever. But
Yes.
what'd you say?
I'm playing Disney,
Playing
Mom.
Disney. Neverland is fun. Hollow Bastion's pretty cool. It's like its own. That's not like not a Disney World, is it? Like that's no Hollow Bastion. Isn't that Beauty and the Beast? Or
Is
something?
that what it is?
I don't know. Maybe it's its own custom world. I can't remember. I feel like that is something, but
Booty and the Beast.
I'm gonna Google that. Was Hollow Bastion a Disney World? Oh no, Hollow Bastion, one of the few worlds in the Kingdom Hearts series that is original and not a Disney property. Next to Destiny Island, Twilight Town, and Traverse Town. Yeah. Halloween Town, one of the best. Agrabah, kind of obnoxious. Deep Jungle is the worst. Coliseum is fun. It's where you get to fight Sephiroth and scream and break your controller trying to do the challenges. Wonderland is okay. Traverse Town's cool. That was all that was in one, yeah. Oh yeah, and the monster little place in there. This feels so simplistic with like stuff that we have now.
Yeah.
Just like we're on
Go to the whale. I hate that one. I hate
you
the
want to see
whale.
the whale for a second?
I want to see the
I'm gonna
whale.
do that. I'm gonna
It's
pull
make
up.
me rage.
I'm gonna pull up Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts story. Oh my gosh, I have to do this. Oh no, maybe it just goes to it. Google Sheet. There it is. There's your well. Here it is. I found the summary. It's on the Google Drive.
Oh no.
Let me change this. I did hate this one too. This one got kind of obnoxious. You got really lost in it because it all looks the same.
Yep, I hated it. I hated it in the Game Boy Advance one. I hated it in this one. I remember I was walking. You remember? Did they have these where we were Kohl's, the department store?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was playing the Game Boy Advance one. Am I just fabricating this? The whale's in the Game Boy Advance one too, right?
I would assume so. I think it's everything that was in the original.
Yeah. So, I mean, I could just be like hallucinating that this happened because it's so long ago. But I have a very strong, perhaps fake memory that I'm walking around as a kid playing this in the Game Boy, in the whale, and I'm like, I hate this. I'm stuck. I hate this. And my mom's taking like 3 hours in Kohl's. And I'm sitting in the shoe department while she tries on shoe after shoe. And I'm going, I hate this. I hate this. I can't get out of the whale. And I'm like starting to freak out. And I remember like just being so pissed off that I turned off my Game Boy. I was like, I'd rather just do nothing.
Yeah. I'd rather be bored.
Yep. I'd rather stare at my mom putting on shoes.
And then she came out with giant yellow shoes.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my.
Man, that's a great sketch idea.
That is.
That's hilarious.
I'm sick of this game. This is where the game gets cool because you can add different abilities to like Sora and all the freaking gang right here. Do you remember this? Like you can add on like slide, you can add on all this stuff.
Yeah.
Treasure magnet, stuff will like all the experience points and money and stuff will float towards you. But at this point you can get this where you can float. Do you remember you can fly?
No, what?
So that's what I'm saying. When you get to like Peter Pan World, you get that flying stuff. So they add that to it, that to the mix. You get to fly around.
You just fly around?
So there's a whole like fight at the very end of Peter Pan where you're at that tower, that clock tower, the Big Ben like clock tower thing, and you're flying around that and attacking and stuff. And I was like, this. And when I got to that part in, as an adult playing the remaster, I was like, this is cool. I was like, this is where it takes off. And then Kingdom Hearts 2, I think, like had a good foundation. Is even more fun. So, but that's
wow.
this. Let's look at this Google Doc and try to figure out, in the honor of the 20th anniversary, the story. So let's go to this here. And I'm going to put this watch on Discord. I'll put it on there.
Here, I want to look at this. I want to see this. My nose is bright red like a little freaking Pinocchio. Look at me. Are you excited for the Pinocchio live action movie?
I was cracking up because somebody said they're in the trailer or something. He just keeps playing with poop.
What?
They spend too much like screen time. There is literal like horse crap, highly detailed, and he for like 40 seconds he's playing with his poop.
No, shut up.
Yeah, I am not kidding. So
I'm looking this up before we do this, Richie. Hold on. Shut up. You're not serious.
I'm serious.
Is it trailer 1 or trailer 2?
It has to be number 2, I would say.
It's a good one. Come on, show me the poop.
Show me the poop.
Okay, it's not in trailer 1. Actually gonna be in trailer 2.
It is gonna be trailer 2. Okay.
I still don't see it. I want to see the poop. Dude, someone's lying, dude. There's no poop in there.
There is. I'm not kidding.
Well, you gotta find me that trailer because that's gonna be the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Okay.
Okay, I'm watching your spreadsheet.
You see the spreadsheet? Okay. We're gonna go through this entire spreadsheet. It's 46 pages, but I mean there's big pictures and stuff. All right. Are we all ready here? Once upon a time, there was these guys. So that's Roxas. This is Aqua, and that's Terra in the middle. I actually am surprising myself. I'm kind of the Kingdom Hearts kind of expert, but I still don't know the story. But we'll go. Who were trained by this guy, who invited this guy. So that's the master. I forgot what his name. He's like the master or whatever. This is all Birth by Sleep. That came out on PSP. So they were trained by this guy, who invited this guy, and that is Xehanort. I think it's Xehanort. I wish they would tell the names, but I think they're just trying to give the basic stuff. I think they're trying to give the most basic thing. I think that's Xehanort. Yeah, that's Xehanort. Who invited this guy to the final exam of these guys. So they had to do an exam, they had to fight. Only she passes, but he's only interested in these guys. So Aqua passes, the only one, the blue-haired chick. He's looking at these two. Because he's evil and mistreated this guy, Roxas, when he was his apprentice, breaking his heart in half and creating this guy. So that Roxas has his own, basically his own like other half. And that's this guy right here. Can you see this okay? Is that good enough?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's great.
Who actually looks like this guy. Because when he takes off his helmet in Kingdom Hearts in Birth by Sleep, that's Sora's like face under that. Under this guy's face. Which is the other half of Roxas. But Roxas, you have to remember, is Sora's nobody. Are we still?
I'm following.
Because when he was little, he shared his heart with this guy to save him. Oh, he forgets all that. So they show a cutscene later on, and they kind of knew each other. He kind of knew Roxas at some point, and he gave half his heart to save him, to save Roxas. So this guy, Xehanort, teams up with this guy, I forgot this guy's name, in order to make these guys create this. So they make this ultimate like Keyblade, so he can get his hand on Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is this giant heart thing, and possess him. Let's go the simplified version. Let's like run. I'll try to give some details if I know it, but like he tries to get this giant heart and possess Terra. Since he's getting old, but this guy, the master guy, tries to stop all that. He fails and dies, and white hair possession takes his place. But this girl, Aqua, won't stand for that and beats him into submission. But she gets trapped in the realm of darkness. This is where Kingdom Hearts 2.8 takes on, guys. Kingdom Hearts 2.8 is when she's stuck in the darkness. So, she turns this. Oh, okay. So I didn't know this. This is kind of crazy. Do you remember the Kingdom Hearts game that you played in Kohl's and you hated?
I mean,
when
I remember the whale.
Do you remember the castle you were going through? That big upside down castle, the White Castle?
Nope. I love White Castle.
She turned that into that world that is in, I forgot the world that never was or whatever is the name of it. I can't remember, but that's in Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. You get to see it for the first time. So he does that in order to save what's left of Terra and to hide and protect Roxas, whose heart is actually sleeping inside of Sora. Are we following?
What does that even mean?
To recover the damage caused by making this ultimate Keyblade. Meanwhile, this guy wakes up, evil Terra, or Master Terra, with amnesia, so he forgets everything, and is taken in by this guy who rules this place. So he rules Twilight Town. I think that's Twilight Town, I think. And runs a lab with these guys. So he takes him in. So now he's got a lab coat on. Eventually, they meet this guy, Mickey Mouse. Are we following that? Mickey Mouse.
So they just meet Mickey?
Mickey Mouse is now coming into the story.
Yeah, but so is it all just one world?
No, he travels there because he's trying to save the world. Mickey is. That's like Mickey's main thing is he travels around and he's trying to save the world from the Heartless. Because he knows the evil is around. Mickey Mouse becomes friends with this guy who refuses to allow this guy to do dangerous experiments with the heart, so he teams up with these guys to banish this guy and assume his identity and accidentally split themselves into two and release these guys. So these are the Heartless who turn this place into this place. And that's Hollow Bastion right there. And start attacking other worlds. So this guy, Mickey Mouse, set off on a quest to stop them. Meanwhile, Sora, who's friends with Roxas and Kairi, live here. That's where we just played. We just played Kingdom Hearts 1. Destiny Island. They want to travel to new places, but the Heartless destroy Destiny's Island.
Wait, so Mickey is real.
Yes.
And he comes to the lab because they're doing experiments.
Oh, wait. Sorry, Zord is talking in the chat. Let me put this over here. I need to. Oh, we're gonna talk with you, Zord. Oh wait. Zord says, by the way, I can understand Kingdom Hearts story. Castle Oblivion. Sorry, he's like, he came back to us explaining this, and he's going, no, Castle Oblivion. No, it's not. He's like explaining that some of this stuff is not right. Okay, this is Castle Oblivion. Castle Oblivion was up there with Chain of Memories, is it not, Zord?
Oh my god, I hate you. I hate this game. I hate all of you.
Or is this this might be Castle Oblivion. I might got mixed up.
So I'm still stuck on why is Mickey trying to stop them?
Well,
and what experiments what are they doing experiments on?
We're going to get to that. So this does Zord says he understands. So we do. I'm glad we have an expert, but we are going to this document tries to put it as simplistic as possible. So they accidentally split themselves into and release these guys. So the Heartless.
Okay, so Mickey's not there to stop the Heartless. The Heartless are created because Mickey shows up.
Mickey shows up because they try to banish this guy because he's kind of like the evil guy.
But why is he evil? What's he doing?
He's trying to do experiments. So if we go back,
with what? With the heart?
They're trying to do dangerous experiments with the heart. With the heart, yes.
What's the heart in general, like people's hearts, or is there something the heart?
Just the heart. They just said the heart.
Okay. Like Kevin Hart?
It might be the heart, the Kingdom Heart.
Is it? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Is it the Kingdom Heart?
I think it might, but they didn't show that picture. So I think they just, I don't know. Maybe they.
I think maybe it's just a psychology. It's Jordan Peterson doing a psychology experiment.
Zord says just wait. So let's just keep going. So they start attacking places. This is where Sora comes in. They're trying to get into New Worlds. They destroy Destiny Island. Sora manages to summon his Keyblade and fights him off only to find this guy. This giant Heartless, who destroys his home, causing him to be whisked off. He gets lost in the sauce, and he winds up in Traverse Town. Are you following me? He's in Traverse Town now. He meets Donald and Goofy, Donald Duck and Goofy, and they are looking for the Keyblade. So they can all use it to save the worlds and beat the Heartless. And I think, and they didn't put this detail here, maybe because they're trying to make it simplistic, Mickey Mouse he books it. And nobody knows, like, he left a note and told Donald and Goofy to find the Keyblade Master, to find this.
It's like Luke in The Last Jedi.
Yeah, they're like, go find the guy that can control the Keyblade. So that's why they're out there. Just a little note. Maybe I can edit this for this guy later. So they need it to defeat the Heartless. But it's all a ploy by Maleficent from the Disney movies, so that she can get one of these. She can get one of the hearts, the giant hearts. She manipulates Roxas, so Roxas starts to get evil, to capture some princesses. But this girl, Kairi, is the last one. Kairi is actually a princess in Disney lore now. But
Sora?
Do what?
Her heart is also in Sora?
But this girl is the last one, and her heart is hiding in Sora. So he stabs himself with a Keyblade in order to free her, turning himself into a Heartless. So there's a part in Kingdom Hearts 1, if you remember, you have to run around as a Heartless. I thought that part was pretty cool. But accidentally, he releases Roxas. Actually, that's not Roxas. Who is that? I forgot. But he looks like Roxas. Meanwhile, that's what happens when you release a heart from its body. So when you release a heart from its body, it creates these like people, the unknowns. You know the people in the hoods? You're about to see them, but like I think that's what happened is they got released from certain people. Meanwhile, Sora, as the Heartless, finds Kairi and they hug and turn him back to normal. But Ansem, who's the main like villain in Kingdom Hearts 1, who is half of this guy, that one scientist, who is claiming to be this guy, possesses Roxas, and he and Sora fight in some really cool places, and then he turns him into an airship. This is real. He turns him into an airship, and they find one of these, which this guy, Ansem, doesn't fully comprehend and is annihilated by it. And then these guys, the Heartless, appear in the door to the realm of darkness left by this thing. But this guy, Roxas, teams up with Mickey Mouse, who seal the door, trapping themselves and restore all the worlds that these guys have devoured so far. But these guys end up here. And this is where Chain of Memories starts. Because at the very end, they're like walking on a path and they end up here. Zord just said something. The words of Zord. In short, the hearts in Kingdom Hearts are not like our human hearts. In Asia, they believe in reincarnation, which is when you die, you are born again. Okay, that can explain.
Okay, so it's like
body soul stuff.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Okay. So it's more like soul, I guess you would say, is what they mean by heart. Right? Is that kind of what?
Yeah, like the soul that... Yeah, what we would know as soul, but it's like generic soul. It's not just like your individual soul. It's like the soul stuff that your individual soul is made of. Then when you die or whatever, you kind of become that same soul stuff again. Gotcha. But it's not really you, you know?
I understand. Gotcha. Thank you, Zord. Okay. So we're at Chain of Memories. They get into... It's called Castle Oblivion, right? I know we're a little bit behind on that. Yes, that's Castle Oblivion. Yep. Okay. So, this is Castle Oblivion. This is where you actually played this game. You were in Castle Oblivion, They were taken over by this motley crew of black-robed people here, and they're led by this guy, which I think is Xemnas. I could be wrong. Jump in and correct me, Zord. Like, just put little notes when I screw up. I think that's Xemnas. He is the other half of that other scientist guy that was one to do those experiments.
25 pages in!
Out of 46, yeah. So, they capture Naminé, this girl, who can alter people's memories of Sora. Meanwhile, Roxas and Mickey Mouse also end up at Castle Oblivion. And they proceed to wreak havoc among these guys. They freak them up. And in the end, only these guys are left out of all those. Everybody else gets fricked up. But because of what this girl, Naminé, did to this guy's memory, to Sora, he has to spend a year on one of these. So yeah, he fricks up the memory at the very end, or actually, yeah, at the very end of Chain of Memories, this is what happens. The ending is he gets his memories are so fricked up, they stick him in a giant egg flower thing. He's stuck in there. So she can fix everything. So Kingdom Hearts 2, that egg thing, that flower opens up and Sora comes out. He's like rebuilt his memories and stuff. So she can fix everything. On the way out, these guys, so Roxas and Mickey Mouse, meet the Red Road figure who is actually Ansem. I think that's Ansem. No, that's not Ansem. I want to say... I wish I knew who this guy was. Zord, help me out. Help me, Zord. I can't remember this guy. I thought it was Ansem. Maybe it's a good Ansem. And they guide them on their way to reviving Sora. But because Roxas got released, this guy, I think it's Bad Roxas, that's Xemnas, found him and is using, or it's Xemnas, Xehanort, oh, I cannot. Okay, you can just see the picture. Zord says, I think whoever wrote the summary wants to show that Kingdom Hearts' story is stupid. There are deeper things he doesn't mention. Okay. That's what I figured. They're being more simplistic. But some of the stuff is legit. Like, this is literally what's happening. This is a good summary, but yeah, it is poking fun. But because this guy got released, this guy found him and is using his ability to wield this Keyblade to make one of these, to make his own Kingdom Heart. For sinister purposes. I think this is just a great source of power, is what the Kingdom Hearts is. Under the promise of making these guys whole again. So they're going to make these guys whole and have a whole heart, basically. But this guy made this girl, and that's Naminé's, oh, here it is, who's a copy of the memories extracted by this girl. That's who that is. It's Naminé, and I freaking forgot her name. Ugh, it's killing me. Is preventing Ansem the Wise. That's Ansem the Wise up here, guys. This is Ansem the Wise. Okay. Okay, so this girl is a complete copy of Naminé and is preventing her from completing her work on this guy. Simply by existing, but she competes with this guy over the ability to use the Keyblade. But they become friends with this guy. This guy's Axel. You remember Axel from Chain of Memories. He was kind of famous in that. He was kind of a big deal in that one. So, are you still following? You got to follow me, right? Pierce?
I'm here.
Who's more or less in love with this guy. Yeah, these guys are like best friends in 358 by 2 days. But as this girl, Naminé, comes closer to finishing, this girl becomes more unstable and eventually goes berserk and has to be killed by this guy, which causes the saddest cutscene in all of history, and nobody remembers her. Oh yeah, they never really talk about it. But in the process, he gains the ability to use 2 of these things. So he's got 2 Keyblades he can dual wield with. And he sets off to destroy the Kingdom Hearts. But Xion, that's her name, Xion, Xion. That's who the Naminé's kind of half memory person is. But evil Roxas is stopped by Riku, who needs to capture him so that Sora can wake up again. They fight, and Rocco from Mega 64, Roxas cheats to win, but ends up looking like Ansem. But because he cheated. So he works with Ansem the Wise to keep this guy, Roxas, who is this guy, but not this guy, in a virtual version of this place. Traverse Town. Or, no, Twilight Town. That's Twilight Town. That's Kingdom Hearts 2's little town. To force him to recombine with this guy. So he's like, you gotta recombine with Sora. So he can go and save the world again with Donald and Goofy. Donald Duck and Goofy. From these guys. So he has to save the world for these guys. But this guy gets in the way, Axel, and kidnaps Kairi. And then Maleficent is here for some reason with what's his face? Do you know what this guy's name is from the Goofy movie or whatever?
I think it's Pete.
Yeah, Pete. Nasty Pete. And they're still obsessing over Heartless, which only helps this guy, since defeating them provides the raw materials for these things. So with some help from Axel, who gives his half-life to protect he only gives half his life to protect Sora, Donald Duck, and Goofy on the way to this place. And this is like,
why? I thought he was bad. Why is he protecting them?
Axel's kind of a good guy. Like, he is kind of bad, but he toes that line, and he kind of ends up helping these guys in the end. But on the way to this place, and I think this is the world that never was, is the name of it. I bet if I put that in, I'm close. The world that never was Kingdom Hearts. Yes. Yep, there it is. Okay, I'm right. Zord, back me up. Thank you, Zord. They're on the way to the world that never was so they can destroy the Kingdom Hearts and rescue Kairi, who has fused with Naminé. Are you following me still? Kairi is fused with Naminé because they're halves of each other, but from this guy, from Sora, instead of from her. But not before he confesses his undying love for this guy, who's still stuck inside him, who then kills all of unknown, I think it's the, what do they call it, the Unknown 13 or something? Which doesn't matter to this guy, because all he wants is Kingdom Hearts. Which gets destroyed by Ansem the Wise, which traps him in the realm of darkness with this girl. Oh yeah, in 2.8 they see each other. They get trapped in there together. That is rewind. Organization 13. Sorry, not Unknown 13. Organization 13. Rewind for a second. If you got the secret ending to Kingdom Hearts 2 or Kingdom Hearts 1, might have been 1. I can't remember. You actually get to see this character, Ansem the Wise, in that. No, Mickey Mouse is there. Mickey Mouse, I think, is in that world too. He gets stuck there, I think. Or maybe it's Roxas. It's one of them, and they're there and see Ansem the Wise. You get to see that in a secret world. And you don't get follow-up on that. You don't get to go to that place until 2.8. In 2019. It takes that long. Or not 2019. When did that come out? 2018. But, which traps him in the realm of darkness with this girl. So he's in there with Aqua and makes Roxas look like normal again. So they fight this guy. They fight evil Ansem person. They win and finally get to go back to Destiny Island. But not long after that, they get a letter from Mickey Mouse, who has digitized their journals and uncovered the truth about all of these guys. And discovers from what's his name, wizard from
Merlin.
Is that Merlin? Wizard from Fantasia. No, it's Yen Sid. Yen Sid. So discovers from Yen Sid that by defeating these guys, Ansem, this guy is back. So this guy is coming back. So these guys, Sora and Roxas, now seek training from Yen Sid so they can pass their exam and save all of these characters. Aqua, Terra, Roxas, everybody has to be saved now.
And of course, they have to pass their exam. They have to pass the exam, of course. Makes sense.
We are in the Kingdom Hearts 3 territory now. This is where Kingdom Hearts 3 story. And I highly agree with what Zord is saying here. Zord says coded story, which is recoded. They put on the DS. It was a cell phone game originally, only for Japan, and it was called Coded. Coded, and he says coded story is really stupid because it was mobile 2008 game before smartphones. So yeah, you're on that little freaking that. I think there's another reason coded story is stupid. Out of every Kingdom Hearts game, I watched all the cutscenes. It does not even freaking matter. They digitized Sora and Riku, and you play as fake Sora and Riku the whole game. It sucks. So back to this. So they pass their exams and save so they can pass their exams, save these guys, and defeat this guy once and for all. And they'll play simple and clean a few times along the way. So they didn't update with what happened in Kingdom Hearts 3 to this. But I wish they would update it.
So what is a Kingdom Heart? Why does it matter?
What is a Kingdom Heart? Kingdom Hearts is one of the major entities in the Kingdom Hearts universe, described as the heart of all worlds. It is an almighty entity of incredible power and untold wisdom, formed from the aggregation of hearts.
It's a world soul. Okay, I get it.
While only one true Kingdom Hearts exists, it is possible to forcibly form artificial Kingdom Hearts from a union of a vast collection of hearts. However, these consolidations are but small-scale versions of the true Kingdom Hearts, which is a perfect and complete union of all the world's hearts.
Okay, makes more sense.
This is, you know what? This is actually really cool. In the beginning, the world began in darkness. Eventually, though, out of that darkness came the first light in the form of Kingdom Hearts. Is this Genesis? Is this part in Genesis?
It's in the Bible, yeah.
Okay. From out of that darkness came the world's first light in the form of Kingdom Hearts, which became the one source of all true light in the world. Kingdom Hearts is kind of like God, but it's shaped like a moon heart. From Kingdom Hearts came the people, and the people had hearts. Kingdom Hearts itself was protected by its counterpart, the X-Blade, which is the only key capable of unlocking and accessing Kingdom Hearts, so that no one could ever lay hands on its mysteries. Accordingly, if one would manage to open Kingdom Hearts, this person would bring about the creation of the next world, and supposedly be reborn as something far greater than human. In truth, this would bring about a purge that would return the world to whence it started, destroying the existing world in the process. What do you think?
All right. This was a good hangout.
This was a good hangout. I think
I don't ever want to talk about this game again.
Here's the thing. Reading all
No,
this,
don't.
I'm actually understanding this too. Zord, I'm with you. We're becoming. If you could, would you spend a year studying this? And if they gave you the opportunity to teach this at a college as a professor?
No. No.
But why not?
They don't talk.
But why would you not do that?
It's dumb.
You wouldn't do it? I think that'd be really cool. Do you remember how it came out on the news? There was like a Harry Potter course. Do you remember that?
There are tons of those type of things. Yeah. Yeah.
You should do a Kingdom Hearts college course.
Uh-huh. Yep.
I would respect you so much more if you taught Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got Kingdom Hearts 101 next class.
Teacher said he wears a diaper?
Teacher says he wears a diaper and he teaches Kingdom Hearts?
I hate this. I'm so glad we did this because I was actually thinking about playing it again. And now I'm not going to. So I'm really thankful that we recapped that. Because it saved me a long time of playing those games.
I think you're missing out.
No, I'm really not. Sorry, Zord.
I think these are very cool games. Okay, Zord says, I think the developers see Kingdom Hearts as heaven. Xehanort really wants to see it and tries every way. When you think about it, he's not evil. He just wants to know the truth. He wants to see eternal life.
Beautiful.
This game,
and that's why Mickey. That's why Mickey is there, and Goofy and Donald Duck.
I am not okay. Even though Mickey Mouse and Donald and Goofy are in the lore, I do have a new appreciation for the story tonight.
Oh, shut up!
20 years later, I have been making fun of this game for so long, but now I feel like I want to give up what I'm doing as a career, and I want to teach Kingdom Hearts to people. But I need your help. I need you to co-professor with me, because I'm coming in as a newbie to teaching, but you have been doing this for so many years. Where's Emily at?
In bed.
Can you wake her up and ask if it would,
no.
if what, just to get a reaction, if you quit your job to go full term to teach Kingdom Hearts?
You know what she'd say? If you had been reading her the spreadsheet, she would roll her eyes and go, "This is so dumb.
You don't know.
This is so stupid. You're an idiot."
But you also have to think Kingdom Hearts has lasted 20
That's what
years.
she'd say.
Nothing lasts 20 years and it's bad. Everything that lasts longer than 20 years is good.
Very true. Yeah. That is, I cannot argue with that.
So
just a quick recap for anyone else other than Zord who understands this. I'm just going to recap. Mickey Mouse wants to save the world.
Yes.
Because some scientist is trying to essentially steal the soul of the world. And he thinks it's going to be like heaven or give him power or something, but really it's just going to reset everything and everyone's going to die. And so Mickey's trying to stop him. And along the way, a bunch of other stuff happens, and Goofy and Donald are there, and all the Disney characters, and Winnie the Pooh is here. And
because they travel to those worlds, right? Because that's why we get to see Jack Sparrow in the Pirates of the Caribbean world, or Winnie the Pooh. So in the new Kingdom Hearts 4 game, they actually travel to Tokyo, like to modern day time. So we get to see Sora in our own world, in reality. So
awesome. It's really cool.
No facetiousness here. Have a new respect for the series.
Awesome. I mean, it's really cool. It's a great idea.
And I think it's deep. I think there needs to be philosophy courses on it. I think this is deeper than most of the philosophy that this
probably
listens to below me here.
Yep. I agree. I don't know if you see this, but Zord says that he already writes the whole Kingdom Hearts story for True Gaming, but it's in Arabic.
What is True Gaming? Is that like a website? Can we see that?
It's a subreddit.
Is it a subreddit?
That's what I found.
Really? You found it? True Gaming?
No, I found truegaming.net. It's all in Arabic.
It's Final Fantasy story style. True Gaming. Kingdom. I'm going to put True Gaming Kingdom Hearts. See what he's talking about. Yeah, I only see that Reddit link. Is that what you're talking about, Zord? Someone, the top comment 10 years ago. I know I'm in the minority, but I really didn't like Kingdom Hearts. I feel like there is a ton of people that do not like Kingdom Hearts, but by the way, the Master of Masters is 10 out of 10. What is that?
Zord is just saying mysterious and Middle Eastern mystical things.
Yeah, Zord.
He's like, yeah, I write this in.
No, wait, this is a Kingdom Hearts thing. I think Zord, you need to change your name to Zord the Wise. The Master of Masters is a Keyblade Master who appears in Kingdom Hearts. I think that's called Union. That's how you're supposed to pronounce it. It's like an X, a weird X. He is responsible for training the 5 foretellers and gifting them with the Book of Prophecies. If you want to go even deeper, there's Kingdom Hearts Union story, which kind of takes place. I think it's the earliest thing.
I'm leaving.
It's the earliest thing in the entire.
Bye.
You should see his scene.
I don't want to hear.
Oh no,
this.
it's Kingdom Hearts Chi. That's how you pronounce it with the X. It's Chi.
It's Kai.
Are you sure? I said Chi.
Kai.
Is it Kai?
Yeah.
Well, see, I'm glad that I have 2 experts. I'm surrounded by 2 experts. A language expert and a Kingdom Hearts expert. Now, Zord, I have seen those scenes. Those scenes get really deep. That's the earliest in the Kingdom Hearts story. It's before the Keyblade War, the Great Keyblade War, which you do know about.
God.
You do know about the Great
Shut up.
You do know about the Great Keyblade War. Don't you know about the Great Keyblade War? That's a whole other thing. I think he really left. Wow. I'm gonna call him again. I'm gonna call him. I have to call him here. Hold on. I gotta call him here. Okay, he might have really left on that note. He absolutely left at the Keyblade War. Oh my gosh. Wow, that was it for him. Okay, hopefully he comes back. We'll see. I turn my camera back on. Yeah, you can send a link, Zord. You see 2005 website forum. Oh my gosh. Forums, man. I loved forums back in the day, around the early 2000s. Send a link. I'll check it out. I think Pierce really had to go. Send the link, Zord. We'll check that out, and we'll end on your link. We will end on what you did, Zord. We'll end the whole stream. Thank you guys for watching. This has been an amazing stream. I'm going to change this. I mean to open that. Sword, you got just a second to send the link, or I gotta end the stream. I know I'm on a delay, so it's partially my fault. Oh, Pierce is back.
Are you actually still going? Because I seriously walked away. I wasn't, and then I looked back. I forgot to turn the stream off, and you're still going.
Here's why I'm still going. Zord is going to send a link to a 2005 website forum that he wrote up this Kingdom Hearts thing.
Okay. Yep.
I say, and he's a little bit behind. I'm a little bit behind or whatever with the stream. Oh, and we lost Pierce again on the whole story. Okay, Zord, you're gonna lose us. True, I'm gonna try to find it. True Master, no, True Gaming. I sent a link. You know what? It won't let you. Crap. Yeah, it won't let links in here. It's not my fault. It's just yeah, I can't see it. Crap, man. Email us. Pierce is in the chat, but not in the stream anymore. True Gaming Kingdom Hearts forum. Oh well, I tried. Okay, Pierce is done. Hey, Pierce, come in and we will do our final goodbyes. This will be the final goodbyes. Join the thing. Join the thing. We will say our goodbyes. Pierce, we'll say our goodbyes. I think we need a proper send-off with Pierce. Pierce is back. And he's just in time. I'm actually going to talk about another Keyblade War. There was the second thing. All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching. Thank you. I love Kingdom Hearts. I love Sora. Xemnas. It didn't show Zord because I think YouTube filters out links. It's not your fault. Tweet it at me, and I'll talk about it. I do want to check it out. Tweet it to me at Dweebros on Twitter. At Dweebros on Twitter. But that will be it for tonight. See, you know what? Pierce lost his heart. This is the continuance of the story. He lost his heart, and this is all that's left of Pierce.